Celtic legend Dixie Deans remains one of the most respected and talked about figures in Scottish football history. While his achievements on the pitch are well documented and celebrated, there has always been a quieter curiosity about the man behind the goals. Fans have long wanted to know more about his family life, his age, his lifestyle, and how he lived away from the roar of the crowd. Unlike many modern football stars, Dixie Deans kept much of his personal life private, choosing dignity and simplicity over public display. That balance between fame and privacy is part of what made him so deeply respected. Dixie Deans was born into a working-class environment where discipline, hard work, and humility were values learned early. Those roots shaped not only his football career but also his approach to life and family. He never forgot where he came from, and that grounding stayed with him throughout his rise to fame. Even at the height of his success with Celtic, he remained closely connected to family life and everyday routines, avoiding the excesses often associated with sporting stardom. In terms of age, Dixie Deans belonged to a generation of footballers who played during a physically demanding era of the sport. His career unfolded at a time when footballers were expected to be tough, resilient, and mentally strong, with little of the modern protection or luxury players enjoy today. His age placed him firmly within that old-school football tradition, and it showed not only in his playing style, but also in his outlook on life. He carried himself with maturity, responsibility, and a strong sense of duty both on and off the pitch. When it comes to his wife, Dixie Deans was known to be deeply committed to his marriage. His wife remained largely out of the public eye, a conscious choice that reflected their shared preference for privacy. While Dixie was a public figure, his home life was kept sacred. Those close to him often described their relationship as steady and supportive, built on mutual respect rather than public attention. His wife was considered a pillar of strength, particularly during the physically and emotionally demanding years of his football career. The role of his wife in his life cannot be understated. Behind the scenes, she supported him through injuries, pressure, and the intense demands of professional football. Friends and former teammates have often hinted that her presence helped keep him grounded. While fans saw the powerful striker dominating defenders, at home, he was a husband who valued normalcy, peace, and family routines. Dixie Deans was also a family man when it came to his children. Though details about his children have always been limited, it is widely understood that he was a devoted father. He took pride in providing stability and guidance, choosing to protect his children from the spotlight that followed him throughout his career. Unlike today's celebrity culture, Dixie preferred that his children live ordinary lives, away from constant media attention. Those who knew him personally often spoke about how seriously he took his role as a father. Despite the demands of football, he made time for family whenever possible. Training sessions, matches, and travel were part of his life, but family always remained a priority. This balance reflected his belief that football, while important, was not everything. The Deans family as a whole was known for its close bonds. Extended family ties were important to Dixie, and he remained connected to relatives throughout his life. He valued loyalty, not just to Celtic, but to people. That sense of loyalty extended naturally into his family relationships, where trust and support formed the foundation of daily life. When discussing Dixie Deans' net worth, it is important to understand the era in which he played. Football during his time did not offer the massive salaries and commercial endorsements seen in the modern game. While he earned a respectable living as a top-level footballer, his wealth was built through consistent work rather than sudden fortune. His net worth reflected a comfortable life, not an extravagant one. Dixie Deans was never known for chasing wealth. He lived within his means and believed in financial responsibility. Unlike many modern stars who invest heavily in luxury assets, Dixie preferred stability and security. His earnings supported his family and ensured a comfortable lifestyle, but he did not define success by money alone. In later years, any financial stability he enjoyed came from a combination of football earnings, appearances, and long-term association with the game. His legendary status ensured respect and recognition, but he never exploited his name for personal gain. This restraint further enhanced his reputation as a man of principle. Dixie Dean's lifestyle reflected his personality. He lived simply, valuing routine and familiarity over glamour. While he was proud of his football achievements, he did not live like a celebrity. He enjoyed quiet moments, family time, and staying connected to the community that supported him throughout his career. He was known to appreciate everyday pleasures rather than luxury. Conversations, shared meals, and time spent with loved ones mattered more to him than public appearances. Even after retirement, he remained approachable and humble, often surprising fans with his willingness to talk and listen without arrogance. Health and discipline also played an important role in his lifestyle. Having spent years maintaining physical fitness as a professional athlete, Dixie carried that discipline into later life as much as possible. He understood the importance of taking care of the body, especially after enduring the physical toll of top-level football. Despite being a legend, Dixie Deans never acted like one in daily life. He did not demand special treatment or recognition. People who encountered him away from football often described him as polite, calm, and down-to-earth. That humility was one of his defining traits. His family environment reflected similar values. Privacy, respect, and emotional support defined the Dean's household. Fame was never allowed to overshadow family identity. This separation between public and private life helped protect his loved ones and allowed them to live without constant scrutiny. As years passed and his playing days became memories, Dixie Deans remained a symbol of what football once represented. His life showed that greatness on the pitch did not require excess or ego off it. His family-first approach stood as a quiet lesson in balance and responsibility. The curiosity around his wife, children, net worth, and lifestyle continues because fans want to understand the person behind the legend. Yet perhaps the most powerful part of his story is how much he chose not to reveal. In an age where exposure is often constant, Dixie Deans demonstrated that dignity and privacy can coexist with fame. His legacy is not only found in goal records and match highlights, but also in the way he lived his life. A devoted husband, a protective father, a loyal family man, and a footballer who never forgot his roots. That combination is what made him truly special. Celtic supporters remember Dixie Deans as a hero, but his family knew him simply as a husband, a father, and a man who valued love and stability above all else. In the end, that may be his greatest achievement of all.